I'm Jim Poythress. I'm the Vice President for Workforce Development Services at Virginia Western Community College, and this is Unit 7 of the Virginia Cares Curriculum Education. But really we need to look at this area as education and training. To help you focus your thoughts, I'd like to pose a few questions for you before I begin with the rest of the material. What impact do you think education and training have on your employment and income? When do you think is the time to begin your education and training? What do you know about the GED tests? Are you computer literate? What impact does technology have on today's workplace? What do you know about industry certifications and licensures? Education and training pay. What we are saying is that the education and or training needed for the workplace will result in employment opportunities and in most cases higher wages. 50 years ago, the high school diploma was the passport to a good job and a comfortable family lifestyle. Today, the high school diploma and the GED are just a starting point on the travel to a desirable career pathway. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 60% of the desirable jobs for the next generation will require some training beyond high school, primarily in technical fields, resulting in an industry credential or licensure or an associate's degree. This trend was documented in 2000 and is expected to continue for years to come. It is predicted that only about 25% of all jobs in the next generation will require a bachelor's degree or greater. So it is important that you determine what you want to do in the workplace so you can select the appropriate training. It is probably not a good idea to get an advanced degree if the job does not require it. It is important to understand that you can start where you are and that it is never too late to get started. Literacy can be defined as an individual's ability to read, write, speak in English, and compute and solve problems at levels of proficiency necessary to function on the job, in the family, and in society. In other words, it is very important in the workplace that we not only be able to read and write, but that we are able to interpret and understand what is said and written and be able to communicate that to others. It is predicted that the good technical jobs of the future will require us to be in a continuous learning mode, since technology will be driving the skills needed in the workplace. So it is never too late to begin the learning process, since it will become a part of your life. You just need to be determined to do it starting now. Contact your local workforce center for classes near you. One avenue to success might start with the GED. What is the GED test? The test is part of the 2014 GED program, the only high school equivalency program built to help adults qualify for college, training, or a good job with good wages. The GED is the only high school equivalency credential recognized in most instances. The new test has 4 content areas: literacy, mathematics, science, and social studies. These content areas measure a foundational core of knowledge and skills that are essential for career and college readiness. The questions focus on the general abilities to analyze, evaluate, and draw conclusions rather than the root cause of facts. After you pass the GED test, your diploma or credential will be issued by your state, but you will receive a GED transcript to apply to college, start training, or get a better job. The 2014 GED test takes a little more than 7 hours to complete. In Virginia, the testing centers are most often in adult education centers, community colleges, and public schools. Preparatory classes are usually free, and there are sometimes grants available to assist with any other associated costs. People with a high school credential earn an average of $568,000 more in a lifetime than people without a high school credential. However, economic research finds that the GED certification alone does not create the same labor market opportunities available to traditional high school graduates. This means you really need to concentrate on getting additional education or training and earn industry credentials or state licensures to reach the goals you set for yourself. The great thing about earning the GED diploma is that it allows you to get where you want to be much faster. For information on what you can do to prepare for the GED test and preparation programs in your area, call 877-376-9433 or go online to www.gedva.com. Let's talk about computers and your computer competencies. Almost every job available in today's competitive environment requires some level of competency with a computer or has a computer interface. In fact, most job applications are internet or computer-based today. Most education or training opportunities also require some computer competency. Beginner opportunities are often available in community libraries or workforce centers. Most individuals that have been on a computer to email or search the web think they are computer literate. That is not the case for 99% of the population. To reach the level of competency likely required in the workplace, you will probably need to seek some training at your local community college. These are the skills recommended to demonstrate competency with a computer. Basic computer skills: being able to use a mouse, click and double click, keyboard and typing, opening and closing software files, accessing a CD-ROM, locating a saved file, and being able to copy and paste files or text. For email skills, it is expected that you be able to send an email message, receive an email message, and attach a file to an email. In the area of word processing skills, using the enter return key to create a blank line, being able to tab text to indent a line, apply basic formatting such as bold, italic, and center, being able to save a file, including naming the file and locating where to save the file, and being able to print a file are very important. In terms of web skills, it is expected that you be able to go to specified web addresses, follow a link to a new file, scroll through web pages, use the back button to return to a web page, perform a basic search in a search engine, identify and evaluate search results, download and view files from a web page, and print a web page. Many jobs today require basic spreadsheet skills. It is expected that you be able to find and apply a template, that you create a new workbook and be able to save it, that you be able to enter data into a worksheet, format numbers, and apply cell borders, that you be able to create an Excel table, apply cell shading, that you be able to filter your data, sort your data, as well as create a formula, chart your data, and print a worksheet. So you can see that the computer skills required in today's workplace are significant. You need to determine where you stand in terms of your education and training. Do you need more education? Workforce centers and local community colleges offer free assessments to determine your interest, your values, and your aptitudes. Your Workforce Investment Act case managers and adult career coaches that are located at community colleges can help. They can help you understand the results of your assessments, connect your skills and abilities to local employer needs, explore training options that might be available, and find funding for training. All of this is really predicated and works around career planning for you. The fact that you need to know yourself, that you need to be able to explore your options, make decisions about where you want to be, and then move on. And you notice that this is a circular operation, so you will continue to learn as you go. It is important that you get help determining what your best options are. Not all careers require a degree or a long training program. You need to know the growth rate and earning potential of a field before investing in education or training in that field. Community colleges work with local businesses to help fill demand in their area, so that is a good place to start preparing for your new career. All available programs are not listed in a college catalog. You should speak to someone to see what other options are available. There are indeed different ways to acquire new skills. Many of the technology-based jobs that are available in today's market require education or training beyond a high school or a GED diploma. Usually these technology-based opportunities require some training beyond high school, up to an associate's degree, and or industry certifications or licensures. Many of us have skills gained in prior jobs or in training. However, it is likely that these skills will need to be refreshed or upgraded. We recommend that you complete the CRC or the Career Readiness Certificate assessment to document your basic skill level. You can complete this assessment at your local community college or workforce center. Technology is changing most jobs every 3 to 5 years as automation or superior processes improve the work effort. Recent studies indicate that the average job will change significantly in its makeup or be eliminated every 3 to 3.5 years. So you can see it is really important that you always be in a learning mode. There are many non-credit training opportunities available. With 75 million baby boomers approaching retirement age and 10,000 reaching that age of 65 every day for the next 16 years, there will be good opportunities in some well-paying fields. Among the most difficult jobs to fill are those in the skilled trades and CDL or commercial driver's license of truck drivers areas. 20% of the construction industry workforce will retire in the next 2 to 4 years. The top trades worker shortages projected in the next few years include electricians, welders, plumbers, machinists, and HVAC or heating, ventilation, and air conditioning workers. Not all education or training has to be the traditional credit type with which we are more familiar. Non-credit training is not eligible for traditional financial aid. However, there is a movement toward making this training more available and affordable. Speak to a community college career transition coach to see what payment or funding options are available. Let's talk for a moment about financial aid. There are many avenues to accessing financial aid for education and training. Completing the FAFSA, which is the free application for financial aid, is the first step in seeking funding for credit-based education. You must complete the FAFSA application to be considered for federal financial aid. The Pell Grant should be available to you in most instances, and you can see that there's considerable assistance available through the Pell Grant. Workforce Investment Act, or WIA funding, might also be available. You should apply for financial aid as quickly as possible so your aid is processed in time for you to start a school session. However, if your incarceration was for a drug-related offense, or if you are subject to an involuntary civil commitment for a sexual offense, your eligibility may be limited. Financial assistance might also be available from work-study programs, loans, or scholarships. You will note that a work-study situation involves part-time employment, usually at your college or a partner agency. It helps you build resume skills and assist with spending money. In terms of loans, you really need to seriously consider whether you need them because you will have to pay them back. Do not take out maximum amounts unless no other options are available. Scholarships are available, but you must apply for them, and they usually have requirements and special criteria. Many of us learn best by doing. We can usually relate better to hands-on training. I encourage you to jump at any chance you get to do on-the-job training. Often this can be accomplished through volunteer activities. There should be ample opportunity for volunteering at places like Habitat for Humanity, churches, homeless centers, with environmental groups, and with community-based organizations, those nonprofit groups in your community. You should also be able to find opportunities through www.volunteermatch.org and call 211. Dialing 211 is a simple way to connect people with human services, or you can click on www.call-211.org on the internet. Other opportunities can also be found at www.vaservice.org/go/volunteer/opportunity. Job shadowing, internships, and apprenticeships also offer tremendous opportunities for you to learn skills and learn how to work with others. The bottom line is that you should seek every opportunity you can to interact, communicate, and network. Let's talk for a moment in more detail about apprenticeships. The apprenticeship program offers a tremendous opportunity for individuals to earn while they learn. In Virginia, the Registered Apprenticeship Program offers access to about 250 career areas. Apprenticeship programs can range from 1 to 6 years, but the majority are 4 years in length. With registered apprenticeship, you receive, number one, a paycheck. From day one, you will earn a paycheck guaranteed to increase over time as you learn new skills. Apprentices earn competitive wages, a paycheck from day one, and incremental raises as skill levels increase. According to the data in fiscal year 2008, the national hourly wage for a journey person who completed an apprenticeship was $23.94 per hour, which translates to $49,795 annually. Hands-on career training. As an apprentice, you can receive practical on-the-job training in a wide selection of programs such as healthcare, construction, information technology, and geospatial careers. And education. Once you complete your apprenticeship, you will be on your way to a successful long-term career with competitive salary and little or no educational debt. Nationally recognized state certification as a journey person. When you graduate from an apprenticeship, you'll be certified and can take your certification anywhere in the United States. Recognizable partners. Many of the Commonwealth's most recognizable companies, such as Newport News Shipbuilding, LensCrafters, and the National Guard, have registered apprenticeship programs. Now that we have completed the unit on education and training, you need to answer these questions as they apply to you and relate to your situation. Number one, do you have a career pathway that you know you wish to pursue? If not, how will you go about making a determination about the path you will take? Number two, based on what you have learned in this unit, what level of education or training will best fit your workplace goals? 3, do you now have some ideas about where and how you plan to update or refresh old skills, gain new skills, or access the training you need to accomplish your employment goals? 4, what impact do you think education and training can have on your employment opportunities, income, and lifestyle? 5, are you ready to begin your education and training? 5, are you ready to begin your education and training as soon as possible, and are you willing to dedicate the time needed to acquire the skills needed in the workplace? 6, do you understand the need for computer literacy in the workplace, and are you willing to pursue the training to get you to the level that an employer will deem acceptable? 7, what impact do you feel workplace technology will have on your future training needs? Now is the time to take action and secure your future.